Gentlemen, today I want to have an honest conversation with you about something many men think about privately, but rarely discuss openly, especially as the years go by. What really happens to a man's body when sexual activity becomes infrequent, irregular, or stops altogether for a long period of time? Maybe you've been single longer than you expected. Maybe health challenges, medications, or recovery from illness changed your intimacy. Or maybe life simply became complicated. Work, family responsibilities, stress, or loss, and sex slowly moved to the background. Whatever your situation, at some point most men begin asking themselves the same quiet question. Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it? I'm Dr. Michelle Zion. I'm a physician with over a decade of experience working with men on urological health, hormone balance, and healthy aging. And today, I want to give you a calm, honest, science-based answer, without fear, without exaggeration, and without shame. Some of what you've heard over the years is completely overstated, but there are real physical, hormonal, and psychological changes that can occur when sexual activity is absent for extended periods of time. The key is understanding what's normal, what's reversible, and what you can do to support your health, whether you're sexually active right now or not. If you stay with me through this video, you'll clearly understand what's myth and what's real, which changes matter and which don't, and how to maintain vitality and confidence as you age. Before we go further, let me ask you something. If conversations like this matter to you, honest, respectful, science-based discussions about men's health, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps this message reach more men who may be quietly worrying about the same things you are. Also, I'd love to hear from you. Where in the world are you watching from? Leave a comment below telling me your country or city. I read every comment, and I often thank viewers personally in future videos. Now, let's get back to the topic. Let's start by addressing the most common misconceptions I hear from men in my practice every single week. Myth number 1, if I don't have sex for a long time, everything will eventually stop working. This fear is extremely common, and it's understandable. But it's not true. Your body does not suddenly shut down because you take a break from sexual activity. There is no internal timer counting down to permanent failure. The nerves, blood vessels, muscles, and tissues involved in sexual function are far more resilient than most men realize. You don't wake up one day and discover that everything has permanently stopped working simply because you've gone through a period of inactivity. Human physiology is designed to adapt to changing circumstances throughout life. Myth number 2. If I go too long without sex, my libido will disappear forever. Again, this is not accurate. Sexual desire is influenced by many factors, including hormones, mental health, sleep quality, stress levels, medications, and emotional connection. A period of sexual inactivity does not permanently erase desire. In many men, libido returns when circumstances improve, health stabilizes, or confidence is restored. The system may quiet down, but it does not disappear. Now that we've removed the most frightening myths, let's talk honestly about what does change. There are some real, measurable shifts that can occur during long periods without sexual activity. These changes are usually gradual, often subtle, and most importantly, for most men, reversible. Understanding them allows you to take control rather than live in fear. To understand what happens, you need to understand how the system works. Male sexual and urinary health rests on 3 foundational elements: healthy blood flow, strong muscle tone, and balanced and responsive hormones. Think of these as 3 pillars holding everything up. When you engage in sexual activity, whether with a partner or through self-stimulation, you naturally support all 3 pillars. Sexual arousal increases blood flow to the pelvic region, delivering oxygen and nutrients that keep tissues healthy. Orgasm triggers rhythmic contractions of the pelvic floor muscles, strengthening them over time. And sexual activity interacts with the hormonal system, helping keep testosterone pathways responsive. When sexual activity becomes infrequent or absent, these systems aren't damaged, but they receive less stimulation. So what does that mean in real life? The first change involves blood flow and tissue health. Penile tissue is made up of smooth muscle and specialized vascular structures that depend on regular oxygen-rich blood flow to remain flexible and healthy. During erections, both sexual and nighttime, the tissue expands, stretches, and receives increased circulation. This keeps the tissue elastic and responsive. Nighttime erections, which many men aren't even aware of, serve a crucial maintenance function, They are the body's natural way of preserving tissue health. When erections occur less frequently over long periods, tissue elasticity can decrease slightly. Some men notice that after a long break, erections may take longer to develop. Firmness may feel reduced at first, or more stimulation may be required. This often causes anxiety, but in most cases it's temporary. Once blood flow increases again through resumed activity, tissue responsiveness typically improves. Experiencing this for the first time can be unsettling. Many men immediately fear permanent damage. Understanding that this is a natural, reversible response, not failure, can dramatically reduce stress and performance anxiety. The second change involves pelvic floor muscle tone. The pelvic floor muscles support the bladder, assist with bowel control, and play a direct role in erections and ejaculation. During orgasm, these muscles contract rhythmically, acting as a natural strengthening exercise. When those contractions occur less frequently, muscle tone can gradually decline, just like any muscle group that isn't used regularly. Some men notice mild changes in bladder control, slight urgency, or occasional leakage during coughing or lifting. These are usually early, manageable signs, not serious damage. The encouraging news is that pelvic floor muscles respond extremely well to exercise at any age. The third change involves testosterone and hormonal responsiveness. Testosterone naturally declines with age, but sexual activity helps keep the hormonal system responsive. Sex does not create testosterone, but regular stimulation appears to support healthy signaling between the brain and testes. Long periods without stimulation can contribute to a cycle where lower desire leads to less activity, reduced hormonal responsiveness, and even lower desire. Men may report reduced motivation, lower energy, flattened mood, and decreased sexual interest. This can feel deeply personal. Testosterone influences how men experience confidence, drive, and vitality. When it declines, men often feel like they're losing part of themselves. The important thing to know is that these changes are often physiological and often treatable. The fourth change involves psychological and relational effects. Sexual activity triggers the release of hormones like oxytocin and endorphins, which support bonding, stress reduction, emotional stability, and sleep quality. Men who go long periods without intimacy may experience increased stress, poor sleep, and feelings of isolation or emotional distance. In relationships, lack of physical intimacy, if not openly discussed, can slowly create emotional separation. For many men, this is the hardest part. Sexual connection is tied to feeling desired, valued, and connected. When it's absent, grief and loneliness can quietly build. These feelings are real and valid. Here is the most important message I want you to hear. For the majority of men, especially those in their 40s, 50s, and 60s with reasonably stable health, these changes are not permanent. The male body is highly adaptive. When sexual activity resumes, blood flow improves, tissue elasticity returns, muscles strengthen, and confidence often follows. Men with significant hormonal decline or chronic conditions such as diabetes, obesity, or cardiovascular disease may need medical support, and that is completely okay. Seeking help is not weakness. It is informed self-care. Whether you're sexually active or not, there are 4 practical steps that support long-term vitality. First, stay physically active. Cardiovascular exercise improves circulation throughout the body, including the pelvic region. Strength training supports testosterone levels. Flexibility work reduces injury risk. Even a daily 30-minute walk can make a meaningful difference. Second, strengthen your pelvic floor. Pelvic floor exercises, often called Kegel exercises, involve gently contracting the muscles used to stop urination, holding briefly, then releasing. 3 sets of 10 repetitions daily can significantly improve bladder control and sexual function. Third, maintain sexual function, even solo. Self-stimulation supports blood flow, nerve signaling, and muscle tone. From a medical standpoint, it is legitimate health maintenance. There is no shame in taking care of your body. Fourth, check your hormone levels. Persistent fatigue, low mood, or reduced libido warrant a conversation with your doctor. Testosterone testing may reveal treatable imbalances. When appropriate, treatment can dramatically improve quality of life. While many changes are normal, certain symptoms require prompt medical evaluation. These include sudden complete loss of erections, pain with erections or ejaculation, severe urinary changes or blood in the urine, and profound fatigue or depression that interferes with daily life. Persistent erectile dysfunction can be an early warning sign of cardiovascular disease. Do not ignore it. I also want to address the emotional weight of these changes. Many men tie self-worth to sexual performance. When things change, shame often follows. Let me be clear. Your value is not measured by frequency, performance, or age. Your body is adapting, not failing. With understanding and support, vitality can be preserved far longer than most men realize. If sexual inactivity is due to circumstances beyond your control, being single, caregiving, or a partner's health, you have not failed. Life happens. What matters is staying informed and caring for your health. So do you use it or lose it? Not in the catastrophic way many men fear. Yes, regular sexual activity supports important systems, but absence does not mean permanent loss. Your best years do not automatically disappear with age. With knowledge, proactive care, and self-respect, men can maintain function, confidence, and vitality well into later life. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who might need reassurance, a friend, brother, or father. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future men's health discussions. And once again, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? I truly enjoy reading your messages, and I often give shout-outs in future videos. I'm Dr. Michelle Zion. Stay healthy, stay informed, and stay confident. I'll see you in the next video.